Hello everyone and welcome to day 310 of my fasting journey. Now, it's not just a fasting journey, this is also my health and wellness journey. I've been performing rolling fast now for over 44 weeks. It's how I lost 80 pounds in the first 5 months and have kept it off, have maintained this weight for nearly half a year later. That's what I like to call consistency, but even more so, imperfect consistency. No pills, no meds, no injections, no surgery, just fasting. What's a rolling fast, you ask? It's when you fast for an extended period of time, refeed for a short amount of time, and then roll into another extended fast. Rinse and repeat. The first 138 days of my journey, I performed rolling 90. So I would fast for around 4 days, refeed for around 4.5 hours, and I repeated this process 35 times consecutively for 5 months until I hit my goal weight of 140 pounds. And yeah, I've been cardio and strength training since day one. At least an hour of cardio 6 times a week and strength training 2 to 3 times a week, even while fasted. Even at 43 years old. And when I refeed, I eat anything I want. No caloric or macro restrictions. This made fasting easier for me, knowing I wasn't restricted from eating certain foods or having to hit a specific caloric or macro limit when it was time for me to eat. And in the last 173 days of my journey, I have lowered my fasting length from 90 hours down to 65 hours. And most recently in the last month from 65 hours to alternating 42-hour and 65-hour fasts. Essentially, I fast less and eat more. But because of my shorter fasts, I've had to make adjustments along the way. I still perform cardio for at least an hour 6 times a week, but my pace has changed during my walks. I can walk a lot further in a shorter amount of time, and on some days I walk a lot further than just an hour. Other days I'll hop on my bike, or if I'm at the gym, I'll get on the treadmill and do an incline walk. I'll even get on a rowing machine from time to time just to mix things up. I try to make things a lot more enjoyable and a lot less monotonous. Remember, the best exercise routine is the one that you can do sustainably. My lifting sessions have gone from 2 to 3 times a week to 4 times a week. I lift a lot heavier now than when I was fasting for longer, hitting new personal bests and hopefully building muscle at the same time. I definitely like to think so. But the biggest change for me lies in my diet. If you're not new to my channel, you probably know this already, but I'm pretty great when it comes to fasting, and I'm pretty good when it comes to exercise. But when it comes to diet, that's where I need the most help. I usually have to eat 6,000 to 7,000 calories per refeed just to feel satiated. But now that I've been performing shorter fasts, I have and still am continuing to adjust the way I eat. I have to. I don't have a choice. It's either that or continue to fast for longer. But I've been making a lot of different choices along the way when it comes to the types of food I'm eating. A lot more whole foods, a lot less processed foods, more foods that are protein heavy than anything else. And when I can, if I can, I try to cut back on my total calorie consumption. Keyword here is try. But I've also learned to give myself grace and be okay with imperfection. Practicing imperfect consistency. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be consistent. And 310 days in, there's a lot of imperfect consistency there. I realize there are going to be bad days every now and then. And instead of starting over or waiting till Monday or waiting till the first of the month or waiting till my birthday passes or waiting for the new year, I know that I can still continue my journey today, right now. I can eat back-to-back days without starting over. I can do a shorter fast than intended and not have to start over. I can go on vacation, a 6-day vacation, a 10-day vacation, and realize I do not have to start over. I try not to feel guilty about it, and even if I do, I have to remind myself that it's gonna be okay. Listen, I've spent 40 plus years dealing with bad habits. I know they're not just gonna flip overnight, but even in this short amount of time, I've reversed my type 2 diabetes. I've reversed my high blood pressure. My blood work showed nothing but optimal numbers since my last doctor's visit. I'm out of my depression. I haven't binged in 310 days. This is coming from someone who has binged on a daily basis for years upon years upon years. Fasting has allowed me to repair a lot of my issues mentally, my eating disorder, my self-worth, my priority on health and wellness. And while I realistically don't think I'll ever be cured of my eating disorder, nothing will stop me from getting up every day and just doing. Even if it's half-assed, even if I don't want to, I'm doing and not just throwing the day away. Showing up and being accountable, especially on the bad days, especially on the worst days, has been the biggest key component, I feel, for my success. Not hiding, not running away, not lying to myself or others, not making excuses to myself or others, but instead showing up, being accountable, being transparent, being honest when and where it counts the most. If you're looking for help, whether it comes to fasting, weight loss, or accountability, I do offer one-on-one coaching. Check the link in the description. I will see you in the next one.